guys, I'm Roxette Arisa and I'm so excited for this video today. I've never done anything like it. It's a full face tutorial using all new products. So that's why I'm calling it a full face of first impressions, and I'm going to be using all drugstore products as well. So you will be seeing my absolute 100% honest thoughts on every single product, because every single product is new, never open, never used, yada yada yada, you get the drill. So if you want to see my full face of first impressions drugstore edition, then just keep watching. First off, I'm going to be trying out this Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I haven't, really heard much about this, but I know that the actual baby skin or baby lips line is very popular from Maybelline, so I wanted to give this a try. It's actually a clear gel that feels kind of silicone-y. I was expecting more of like a white cream, but we'll roll with this. This primer feels very similar to like the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer or things like that that have a very silicone-y feel, which personally I'm not like the biggest fan of, just because I tend to like more cream-based primers for the most part, but if I were going for, a silicone-based primer, this one does feel pretty nice. Yeah, my skin definitely feels super smooth now. Okay, so right off the bat, not too shabby. We'll see how it wears underneath the foundation, obviously, because that's more so what primers are for, but if you like silicone primers, this one is a really nice one. I would say that this is one of my favorite silicone ones that I've tried just off the first application, because it really does smooth out the skin better than, some of the others that I've tried. Okay, so for foundation, I really wanted to try out this NYX foundation, which I've never tried any skincare products from NYX, or not skincare, but like face makeup from NYX. But this one looks promising. It's called the HD Studio Photogenic Foundation. This is the shade 6 Natural Beige, which I'm not sure if it's gonna be a good match for me. It looks pretty dark in the bottle. Okay, yeah, it's just a little dark. For the purpose of this, this little shindig that we're doing today, I will roll with it for you guys. Oh gosh, this is really dark. It's okay. I'm just gonna try to like super highlight my face to balance this out. This has a scent to it, which I don't know if I like that. Actually, I don't feel like the color match is too bad once I blended it out, because it does have, I would say, a sheer to medium coverage. It's definitely not full coverage, so it's not like an opaque color, like right when you put it on, that is what's staying on. So the color match wasn't too bad. It's pretty forgiving, which is good in my case. Okay, so overall, it's not bad. I'm just finding that I'm really having to like take time to buff it in, just because it's sort of coming on a little patchy on my cheeks, and I don't know, maybe that's from the primer actually, so we'll see. Nothing you can't fix with a little concealer, which brings me to my next little joy. I've been waiting to try these for so long. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I've left it untouched because I really wanted to wait to get a first impression on camera and everything. So the moment is here. I've heard so many good things about this particular concealer, and it's so affordable. It's like $3, and I mean, you can't beat that price, but we'll see how it works. But I seriously have heard a million and one good things about it, and I ended up getting the orange corrector as well because I wanted to see how it really concealed my dark circles. But this is the concealer in the shade Porcelain. The applicator is actually like a brush, like a legit brush, which I wasn't expecting. Whoa, this is kind of scary. I feel like people do this in like a triangle light concealer. Whoa, I actually feel like Pocahontas right now. Do you just buff it in with your actual concealer brush? Way too much, guys. Now my concealer brush is orange. I don't know if it's supposed to look like this. This is messy work here. I feel like I just put like, wait, oh my lord. Okay, I'm really confused with this. Okay, I'm gonna have to start over. Let's just do a redo, shall we? All right, this seems a lot more reasonable, so let's just go with this one. And it's definitely brightening. I got a light enough shade, but I don't feel like this is blending out very well. I don't know. I'm not really sold on this concealer. I mean, I've heard so much hype about it that I had really high expectations, but it's not blending out very, you know, evenly. I don't know. Not really that impressed with it. Although I do have to say that because I added that under eye corrector, that's really nice. I really like that effect because it's super brightening. But for both the concealer and the corrector, the applicator tip is just kind of hard for me to use. I don't know if maybe I just have to get used to it, but you saw what happened the first time, and that was not pretty. Now, I really wanted to do a cream contour. I've been getting into cream contours more, but I just really wanted to try this out, which is the NYX Wonder Stick. I've had my eye on this for so long, but I could never find the universal shade, and that's the one I really wanted because I didn't really think that any of the other ones would suit me because they were a lot more pink tone than this one. So, or the highlight was at least. This one, as you can see, is a little bit more on the yellow side, and the others were more neutral to pink, but I really wanted the yellow one. So when I finally got it, I was saving it for this video. The contour stick is on one side and then the highlight stick is on the other. The highlight stick is pointy and then the contour is rounded, so we will see. I don't really cream contour that often, so I don't even really know what to do. It's kind of fun though. I know that looks really high, but I saw this girl on Instagram do that and it looked gorgeous, so I'm gonna try it out. I don't know. I don't really know how it's gonna work for me, but it kind of like lifted the cheekbones more, which I'm all for. The highlight stick has a really weird texture to it. That is so weird. It's almost like it doesn't want to be applied. It's like, do you see that? Like barely anything's coming out, or coming off. That's weird. I really like the contour consistency, the contour stick consistency. That's really nice, but I don't know, there's something weird about this highlight part. It's almost like it has a coating on it that makes it not want to apply very well. Okay, let's see how these blend out. I'd say both products blend out nicely, and once you do get that highlight blended, it looks pretty nice. I mean, from what I can tell. The contour stick is really impressive. I like that a lot. But I just had trouble applying the highlight, which is weird. Like, it literally feels like a protective layer or something that's not letting the product get to your skin. Like, you know when apples have wax on them? That is what it feels like. That's what it reminds me of. So, I don't know. If any of you have tried the NYX Wonder Stick, let me know how you thought the highlight part was. I love the contour. Love it. Alrighty, so the cream products are pretty much done for the face. I'm going to set this down with the L'Oreal True Match powder. I've never tried it, I don't think. But the packaging looks so familiar, so I don't know if I've tried it like a super long time ago, maybe when I first started wearing makeup or something, and I just don't remember it, or if I have never tried it and I've just seen it a lot either on YouTube or in the drugstores. So far so good. It doesn't look cakey. It's a nice shade for me. It matches me well. Because we already had all those brightening products underneath, I'm just going ahead and setting my entire face to kind of pull it all back together because we already had like a super duper brightening effect. But I really like this. I don't have a new eye primer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the same concealer and just pack that onto the eyes a little bit so we have, you know, something to cancel out discoloration and prime it to a certain extent, although I don't know how it's gonna work. I'm gonna go with a super duper simple eyeshadow look. I'm just gonna be using these two singles from NYX. This is the shade Naked Truth, and then this is the Nude Matte Shadow in the shade Bare My Soul, and I think these are actually new as far as I know, so I'm excited to try out the formula. I've tried the formula of these, I think these are just the glam shadows, but I've never tried this shade, so woo, let's get started. First up, I'm just taking Naked Truth and I'm just gonna kind of buff that all over the eyelid. This shade is pretty close to my natural skin tone, so depending if you're, you know, lighter or darker, it's gonna look a little bit different on everybody, but for me, it doesn't add too much. It just adds, you know, a very natural matte look. Now with Bare My Soul, I'm just popping that into the outer V and blending that into the crease. I'm not finding this super duper pigmented, but it is buildable, so that's a good thing because you can build it up if you want. It is sort of a nice color. It's like that charcoal gray kind of look. It's just alright to me. I mean, I do have to say it's pretty blendable, so that's nice because like I said, you can build it up. But to be honest, I wish I had something brighter right now because it's just a little dreary. I think I'm going to use this, which is the Physicians Formula All-in-One Nude Palette. This supposedly can be used as an eyeshadow, an eyeshadow, a blush, and a highlighter, but I'm gonna use it to add some inner corner highlight. So I'm just gonna take like this very first shade and put that into the inner corners because I really feel like we need to brighten things up a bit. Then I'm also gonna take that shade and put it under the brow bone for a brow highlight. This seems really similar to like MAC Shroom or MAC Nylon in that it's a nice brightening but slightly shimmery shade. Then I'm going to take this bottom shade, which is more of a bronze color, and I want to put that underneath the eyes. All the eyeshadows that I just used are just alright. There's nothing too special. I mean, they're not bad. They definitely have their pros and cons though. I would say that the NYX shadows are blendable. They are not too pigmented, but I do like the Physicians Formula inner corner and brow bone highlight. Okay, now for liquid liner. I'm going to be using this one from NYC. This is just their original liquid liner in black. I've never tried it, but so many people rave about it, so I've had my eye on it for a long time. I've been so used to using just my Ofra gel liner that I literally haven't used a liquid liner in so long, so wish me luck. I have to say, new favorite liquid liner right here. The brush is so nice, it's really easy to maneuver. The formula itself dries fast, it's super black. Look at that. I was able to create such a sharp wing. Nothing will ever replace my Ofra gel liner. My love for that is unreal. But as far as liquid liners are concerned, this is very, very nice. I am so impressed with this right now. And this was legit like $2.97 I think at Walmart. I am so impressed with this liner. It was so easy to create a thin line, build it up. It's super black. It dries so quickly too, and that is amazing because we all know the problem. You do your wing and it's perfect, and then 10 seconds later, there's a smear, and you will not get that with this. Also, I feel like it's almost like a thicker formula than most liquid liners, which is really, really nice. So I love this so much right off the bat. I'm gonna try out this new mascara from Milani. I believe it's brand new on their market. They just released it, so I actually got this from Gen Beauty, but it is called the Lash Trifecta from Milani, and I don't think I've ever tried a Milani mascara, but this wand is very, how could I show you? Plasticky. It's sort of like the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara where it like curls your lashes and helps you hold a curl as well. It is definitely building them up and it's not clumpy at all. This is actually really, really nice for the lower lashes because the little bristles are so small and it doesn't, you know, come out clumpy at all. It has a super lengthening effect and I feel like it is giving a slight curl. And then I got these lashes from Gen Beauty, but I've never tried them out, or I've never tried this particular style. This is the 105 from the Ardell Natural collection, so I thought, why not just pop them on and throw that into the first impressions as well. I feel like all of the Ardell lashes that I've tried are actually really easy to apply, just because the band is so thin and so comfortable to wear. And I don't know, I feel like Ardell, the actual size of the lash, or the length of the lash, I guess, fits my eye pretty well, so I don't usually have to like cut them or trim them or anything. They're just like perfectly sized already. I actually really like these lashes. They're similar to like the Demi, I feel like they're kind of a mix. They're in between the Demi Wispies and the Wispies because they are less, they're more rounded out than the Demi Wispies, but they're less rounded out than the Wispies. So I really like them. For brows, I'm going to be trying out this one from L'Oreal. This is their Brow Stylist Definer, and I have the shade Brunette. From the outside of the packaging, it looks so similar to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, so we'll see how the actual product is, but the packaging itself looks like a really nice drugstore dupe. So you have a spoolie on one end and then you have the product on the other. I always have to brush my brows out before doing them because my brows get a little crazy sometimes. The product itself is super nice. It's really comparable to the Brow Wiz actually. It's creamy, it blends out nicely when you brush through it with the spoolie. The actual product is very thin, so it's nice to get into those little spots. But the only thing that I would have to say that I think goes for a lot of drugstore products is that there's not a big color selection, and this is pretty dark for me. I usually go with like Anastasia Caramel, which is more of a warm tone brown, which just like gives it more of a soft but defined look. This is a bit dark, but you gotta do what you gotta do, because like I said, they didn't have too big of a selection. They had like this one, and then I think they had a darker brown, which would be way too dark for me, and then they had a blonde one, I believe. I'm gonna try out my LA Colors I Love Makeup Contour Palette, and I think I'm gonna take this shade down here and add in some contour. Wow, that is super pigmented. Whoa. They're super pigmented, but they're actually blending out really nicely. Then I want to go in with the little yellow banana powder from the same palette. There is fallout, but so pigmented, so I will take some fallout for the pigmentation. But I'm gonna just set the under eyes a little bit more because I don't want to lose any of that brightening effect that we had. So excited to try out this bronzer. I've been dying to try it out. This is the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade 5 Soleil. Look how beautiful that is. I love Milani products in general. I love their baked blushes. I love everything. Pretty much everything that I've tried, I have fallen in love with sooner or later. So very, very excited for this bronzer. Oh my gosh, I love this. I don't even know what to say. Words cannot describe my first impression of this. It is so beautiful. I don't know. I love that it has the little baked gold in there. I love the shade of it. It blends out nicely. It's pigmented. There's so many pros to this, and I already know I'm gonna get so much use out of it now. Love it so much, guys. I love when you find a drugstore product that you're like, okay, all right, girl, this could be my holy grail. For blush, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. blush palette, and I have not touched any of the shades, but they all look really pretty, and I don't know what I should use for this look. I'm thinking maybe this one, because it's really different for me. I don't really usually go for those like apricot-y brown blushes, but I really want to just see how the pigmentation is, how I like the color payoff. The blushes are literally so pigmented. I'm gonna have to blend that out. I don't really know what to do for highlight. I have these that have both never been used. This is Revlon Peach Glow. It looks kind of like that. Very similar look to the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Bricks. And then I also have this illuminator from NYX in the shade Narcissistic. Both of them are kind of peachy toned, so I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna go for the Revlon just because I was really excited to see this because it literally looks just like a Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. So it'd be awesome to have a dupe for that if I find that it works well. I like it. It blends out nicely, it's pigmented, it does have sort of a peachy champagne-y tinge to it, but I like that it's not just peach, that you have some bronze in there, you have a little bit of gold, so you're gonna get more of like a sun-kissed highlight look rather than a peachy highlight. This is an Essence lip liner. It's a lot more pink than I expected, but we'll just roll with it. I've never tried anything from Essence, but this lip liner is not too bad. It's definitely not a super moisturizing or creamy consistency like something like the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheats or even the BH Cosmetics lip pencils that I love. But It is nice, actually. I feel like it will really, you know, stick to my lips and not really wipe off that easily. Then on top of that, I'm gonna put the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London, which is more on the brown side because I didn't expect the lip pencil to be this bright. But we'll just see how it goes. I love these NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. I have a few other shades, but this is by far my favorite. I love the brown tone nudes. Love them, love them, love them. And the formula of these are, it's incredible, honestly. I mean, it's creamy, it is matte, but it doesn't dry out your lips or feel too, like, you know, too matte, if that makes sense. It's very comfortable to wear. So this is the finished look. I actually really like how it turned out. It kind of turned into a neutral, I don't know, a really nice look. I don't know. I actually like how the eyeshadow turned out, keeping it simple and everything, and the eyeliner is so good. There are only a few products that I don't really care for that much, and that was mainly the concealer and the foundation. I think that the concealer was really hard to blend out, and the foundation, it was, I personally like more of a full coverage than that was, but I'll give it a few more goes and just see if I can get used to it or anything. But other than that, I really like how it turned out, and I love the liner and the bronzer. Those are like the two standout products for me. Also the lip color. I really like the lip color too. So yeah, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because then you'll be in the fam bam and I will love you forever and ever and ever. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Next up, I have the Jouer Lip Cream in Noisette. This is amazing. The formula, again, is so nice.